Well, it's that time of year again where you have to blow out your sprinklers. Fortunately, it's November 9th, 2019, and last night was the coldest night of the year. And technically today might be the coldest day. But in the sun with the proper gear and Mr. JK18.
It doesn't help your mouth from freezing, stumbling over your words.
Oh, fuck me. This is how I blow out the sprinkler system of my parents' house. I'll show you the valves. We got some walkie-talkies inside. JK18's gonna go downstairs because he gets a little fragile in his old age. We're not gonna touch the valves this year. In the previous videos, in the previous years, I used to rotate these valves, but I'm noticing that after a certain amount of time and lack of space, they're getting a lot more dirt and crap in them, and I don't feel like fixing these things. So we'll do it the right way, which is opening and closing the valves automatically. First thing we'll do is chooch this up, which takes about 10 minutes, and we'll start, and we'll meet you downstairs. So what we have here is a Home Depot Husky 25-gallon getting this job done. The only downfall is that it takes a while to fill. So when you do each zone twice, it takes about an hour. You're lucky. Alright, well here's the timer. Nothing real fancy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to auto. And each zone, one at a time, with Jay's going to hang out down here and we're going to talk via these walkie-talkies. I'm going to hang out downstairs, outstairs. I'm going to hang out outside.
Carbon monoxide.
Right, detector. And we're going to do each zone twice until I feel as if there's enough water blown out, and there's 5 zones. So without further ado, I guess I could turn it to manual on now. Obviously, oh, sorry, this is the water. Up and down means off, left and right would mean flow, and then that's that. So manual zone 1. That the valve is open, which you can't hear, and then we go turn the compressor on. Alright, well, we're walking to it. It's going to get loud. So what I'm going to do is turn this on slowly because you don't want to blow these numbers through the valve, and maybe we'll get a little fart noise. You kind of go until the water... you kind of go until there's not enough air. So that has a lot of overgrowth. So there's still a mist coming out. So it's okay. But when the mist stops and the tank relieves itself, that's when you want to turn the valve back on and repressurize everything. So we're pretty good. It'll get down to about 40 before it actually starts showing signs of weakness in the air. And I can tell right now that there's not a lot of chooch. It's very blah. This is already blown out. But definitely 2 times. There's definitely 2 times. Get to about 40 and you see how it's very like blah. So what we're going to do now is turn it back off. That's going to rise back up to 1 and change. These heads are going to go down, which they already have. And that's how you blow out 1 zone at a time. I'll be more than happy to show a couple of zones, but that's the general gist of how I blow out these zones at my parents' house with these kind of valves and that kind of timer. All right, zone 2. I decided to shut this off because it'll go down to 40 anyway, and it just stops the noise for a while. You're still getting the same chooch out of it. Oh, here's a ping. Oh man, I got the drill wet. Sons of bitch. Yeah, these are pissing. These are good to go. Usually these short runs get blown out pretty quickly. And we'll go down to about 40, and then we'll shoot you back on. So it looks like the 5th and last zone we're going to be doing. I had doorbell projects to do, so Jay did the 4th zone. So we'll shut this off, and we'll turn this on and run to the back. Alright, here she is, the 5th and final zone. The longest run. I left the shed open, doo-doo-doo, whatever. There's a head there, head there, head there. Got a lot of water inside. The 4th zone was obviously the left. There you go. So that's going to conclude 5 zones, blowing it out by yourself with the right tools, the time, and the know-how. So we're going to conclude this video on a 2019 closing of a in-ground sprinkler video. In-ground sprinkler. You got yourself a valve. You got yourself a little piece here, a little valve there, a little piece here, a little piece here, long enough hose. Goes into the spigot. And then if you have a 25 gallon, if you have a 50, whatever. Anything under 25, you're kind of pushing it. So hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks to JK18 for hanging out in the basement with the walkie. And we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.